Yeah, you're welcome to my channel. This is Net Solution, and you're welcome to this Python tutorial class. I welcome you all to this class, and then I promise to teach you guys everything you need to know about Python, how to start programming with Python, the basic syntax of Python. That is everything about Python. I promise to teach you guys all that for free. Okay. We have a group chat which I'm sure that my students are here watching. We have a group chat. In case if you are not one of them, you can message me and I'll know how to add you. Okay, now I want to start with the basic of Python to teach you guys everything about Python from the zero level to advanced level. Okay, if you are new to my channel, just click on the subscribe button because I'll be teaching from zero level to the advanced level. Just follow me up for more wonderful videos. Okay, now we want to deal on the introduction to Python. Okay, introduction to Python programming language. That's where we want to start for now because this is a basic beginner's tutorial. Now we'll start from introduction to Python. Okay, now I want to pass on some introduction about Python. Here, Python is a versatile and popular high-level programming language known for its simplicity, readability, and extensive library support. Created by Guido van Rosen in the late 1980s and first released in 1991, Python has since gained a massive following in the world of software development and has become one of the most widely used programming language. Okay, it has become one of the most widely used programming language because of its readability and then many other things about Python. Okay, now if you go down, you see Python's design philosophy emphasizes code readability, making it excellent choice for both beginners and experienced programmers. It claims the elegant syntax, which uses indentation to denote code blocks, allow developers to write clear and concise code. This readability has earned Python a nickname, okay? It has earned Python a nickname, which is the language of choice for beginners, okay? Python was made easy for both beginners and professionals, okay? If you're a professional, you're a beginner, Python is a very good choice for you. It was made easy for you, okay? It's very easy to read because of the readability. You can read Python in a simple way. It's very easy. Python uses indentation to pass in a block of code under a particular code where it's supposed to be. So Python is beginners friendly. If you are new in programming language, I think you should take Python first before anything. Python will guide you and show you many things how you can start. Okay, one Python's standard features is extensive standard libraries, which provides a wide range of model and packages for various tasks, from web development and data analysis to machine learning and artificial intelligence. Python rich ecosystem of libraries simplifies the development process and reduces the need of reinvent the wheel, making it a powerful tool for a wide range of applications. Okay, Python have a lot of libraries, okay, a lot of libraries which provides a wide range of models and packages for various tasks, from web developing, data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on. Okay, Python made it easy for usable. And then Python is an interpreted language, meaning that code can be executed directly without the need of compilation. These characteristics, combined with its cross-platform compatibility, allows developers to write code on one platform and runs it on another with minimal modification. Okay, Python is very easy and beginners friendly. Okay, now this I will drop this note. I made this note for this class. I made this note specific for this class. I'll drop this note in the class. Okay, we have a WhatsApp group chat for beginners. Okay, I'll drop this note there where you can read more and know more about Python. Okay, just follow me up and then let's move on. Now I want to speak a word of why do you need Python? Why Python? Okay, there are many other programming languages. There are JavaScript, C++, C Sharp, C, and many of them. And then Python. Why Python? Why is Python more okay than others? Okay, now let us go. I say the first one, as you can see here, is ease of reading, ease of learning and readability. It is very easy to learn Python, and it is very easy to read code in Python, as easy as. So it was made easy in Python, reading Python, and so on. Okay. Now, Python clean and straightforward syntax is easy to understand and read, which makes it an excellent language for beginners. Its use of indentation for code blocks enforces reliability, reducing the likelihood of syntax error. Okay, with Python you can find it easy to understand the syntax. You can find it easy to understand the syntax and then work perfectly with it, because once you know the syntax, syntax simply means how Python works, how it works. That is the way, the things you should obey, which if you fail the syntax, you might, this Python will not work fine. Okay, Python will not work fine. Syntax is simply how Python works. Okay, now I can explain syntax in this manner. Like in terms of creature, we have human being and we also have animals. Okay, now if you check the characteristics of human being and animals, there are difference. Okay, now in terms of walking, animals walks with four legs, which is their two hands and their two legs. They walk with four legs, while we human being walks with only two legs and then use our two hands to perform other tasks. We use our hands to perform other tasks and use our two legs for walking, while animals walk with the four legs. Okay, now the syntax between them is that the syntax of an animal, that is the characteristics, the charisma or the syntax of that animal is that they walks with their two legs. That is his pattern. Okay, if one leg, or maybe there an error occurs, or you see an animal walking with his two legs instead of the four of them, no, it's insane. You can't see that. Okay, that is not how it was programmed. But man can walk with just two legs and use two hands for performing. Just imagine you are walking on the road and you see a man walking with the four legs, with two hands and with two hands and with two legs, just walking like an animal. Just imagine what you assume in your heart if you see such person on the road. You say, "Oh, such person, this person must be insane," or something like that. Yeah, that is it, because that is the syntax. That is not how man are supposed to function. So syntax simply means how Python functions. You have to obey how it functions and follow it. Okay, now here the syntax of Python was made easy to understand and to follow. Okay, now why we need Python? I'm still there. The second one here says versatility. Okay, Python is versatile. It is very easy to find work while you are a Python pro, while you use Python in programming. Okay, now versatility. Python is a versatile language that can be used for web development, data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence, scientific computing, automation, scripting, and many more. Okay, just name them. Python can be used for many things. Its extensive standard library and third-party packages simplify complex tasks across various domains. Okay, now the third one here says large and active community. Okay, I'm not here to, I'll drop this note, so you can go through them. Large and active community, cross-platform capability, rich ecosystem, open source. Python is an open source, meaning it is freely available to anyone. This foster is free. Okay, it's an open source, and then many of them. Okay, the notes will be dropped on the our group chat, on the students class. There I will drop the note if you are new, and then you can join us there. But I'm not allowing new students. Okay, if you are maybe total beginners and you have not undergo this course, you cannot join us, because we assume that you are lacking behind. Yes, maybe you have watched this video and maybe you have a little understanding on programming, or maybe you have started somewhere else, or maybe you have come across this video and learned from this video. Then I can now allow you to join us in the group chat. It's free. I'm not charging anyone. My group chat, the group class is free. I'm not charging anybody. Once you have watched this video and then try to be able to capture some things, I cannot add you up to the class. But bear in mind that I might ask you some questions about the beginning. Okay, so if you pass them, I can know that okay, you can join us in the class. Okay, that is it. I will drop these notes on the class. Okay, now we should here on Python. I'll also drop this on the group chat. What is Python? Everything. I will drop. This is a PDF. This is a PDF that will guide you, or that will guide you through from beginner level to advanced level. Everything you need here, everything is documented in this PDF. Okay, and this PDF will be shared on our class. On our class, if you are new, you can join us in the class. You can join us in the class. This PDF will be shared in the class. You can see here Python syntax compared to other programming language. Okay, I don't want to waste much of your time in this video, so I will not be reading all this, but read at your own convenience time. Read at your own convenience time. Okay, now I think we should install Python. Let's install Python. Now there is what we call an IDE. An IDE. IDE, it simply means integrated development environment. Okay, integrated development environment. It is used for coding. It's used for writing block of code. That's an environment created for writing blocks of code where you can code using Python. Okay, we will use IDE. There are many IDEs. There are many of them. There are many integrated development environments, but we are going to use pycharm. We are going to use pycharm. Okay, but first let's install Python first. I'll go to your Google and type Python. Although I will drop the link on this video tutorial. I'll drop the link there on this video tutorial. Here you can see python.org. Python.org, that's the official website of Python. Just click on it and wait for it to open. Okay, now as you can see in my screen, this is the official website for Python. We want to install Python. Okay, now you have to go to downloads. Just scroll to download. Just scroll to download. Once you are on download, now it shows you options. That is the OS you want to download the Python on. If you're using Windows, just click on Windows. If you're using Mac OS, click on Mac OS. If you're using any other, just other platforms. If you're using any other platform, just click on other platforms and they will all appear here. Now for my, I'm using Windows, just click on Windows, or just come here, download for Windows, click on Python 3.1. Okay, this is the latest Python for today. As for today, this is the latest Python. Just click on Python 3.1. Just click on it and then wait for it to download. As you can see here, the Python is downloading. Okay, let's wait a little bit for it to download. While Python is still downloading, okay, let's just wait for it. So I promise you will never regret learning Python. Python is one of the most powerful language you can learn so far. It's one of the most powerful language you can learn so far. Okay, now Python has downloaded successful. Yes, it has downloaded successful. If I just click on it, I have already installed Python on my laptop. Python is installed on my laptop already, so I don't need to uh, install it anymore. It says upgrade, but I have already installed it on my laptop, so I don't need to install. But what I have to do is to just to click on install. Your installation should be the first one, but I have already installed it, so no need of doing this. Once you click on install, but I will drop a link. I'll drop a link that shows how you can install Python and then install pycharm, how you can install Python and pycharm on your system. Okay, I'll drop a link on how you can do that. I have already made the video. The link will be on the description of this video. Go to the description of this video. In case you have not installed Python and pycharm, just go to the link. I have made a video of that. You can there and do that. Okay, now after you must have installed Python and install pycharm, what you have to do is, let us come here. Now after you must have installed Python, what you have to do is you must have installed Python and also install pycharm. What you have to do is to come back here and then search for pycharm. That is the software you have installed. Just search for it here. I can say py, you can see it here. You can see here. Just install it in case if it did not appear here on your home screen. If you don't see it here on your home screen, just move to your Windows and search for it, search for pycharm, and then it will come up. Just click on it and it will open. Okay, now here's my pycharm. Here's my pycharm. It has opened already. Now, first, we need to create a file, a project. You need to create a project. Here in this project, just create a project by clicking here and type in the project name, maybe anything at all. Python class. Okay, just save the project, maybe this window, and now your project has opened. This is the project home screen. Now we have to go to file again and click on new, once you click on new, we select the language you want to work with. You want to work with Python, just click on Python files. You want to create a Python file, click on Python file, then name the Python file. You may name it anything, but let the name not match with any model maybe you want to work with. I will name this maybe my class. Okay, and hit enter. Now my class has created. This is a pycharm environment, that is IDE, pycharm environment. Now we have set up our Python. We have installed Python, we have installed pycharm, and now the first thing we need to do here is to print hello world. Let's see how Python works. Okay, Python works simple, very simple. You can just display a letter, display a word, or display what you have code by just using the word print. Okay, if you're just using the word print, it simply means hey Python, bring this out. Okay, let us try this. I say print hello world. First, I added a double quote. I added a double quotation to that. Okay, the double quotation simply means it prints out what is written under the quotation. Okay, it prints out what is written inside the quotation. Okay, let's say hello world. Okay, now if I should click on this, let's see, you can see it here. It has printed out what was written there. Okay, it has printed it out. Okay, you can see it here. But if I should remove this quotation, now, you can see Python marks a red line under this. This red line simply means there's not a good syntax. Maybe there's an error. Simply means I did not place it very well. If I should run this without that, let's see what will happen. It tells me syntax error, invalid syntax. I told you that syntax is simply how Python behaves, how it works. You have to obey the syntax. You have to you have to code on how Python works. So this thing here, you cannot print out hello world, because before Python prints out hello world as just a plain text, it will use the double quotation. You must include the quotation, either only one quote, or a double quote. You must include quotes and then put the letters you want to print out inside a quote. That is the syntax of Python. That is how Python works. Without that, it won't work as you expected. Okay, now once I have placed the word in a quote and run it again, let's see what will happen if I should run this once more. Now you can check here, it has printed out the word. It has printed out hello world. That is how Python works. Okay, now this is just the intro of Python, the introduction to Python. And then one, we have print, we have variables. Remember I said that this is what you are going to work with. This is a document I created for this class. This is a document I'm going to use to work on. I will drop this document on Python. Okay, there's what we call commenting. Okay, create a comment. Okay, create a comment simply means commenting on the block of code, maybe writing or defining some block of code. Maybe you want to type in something, okay? We use comments not to allow that particular block or that particular syntax to run, or that particular line of words you have written. We don't want to allow it to run. Okay, we use comment to comment that. So what commenting does is it tells Python, hey Python, do not run this, just leave this as it is, then continue with others. Okay, now that is how Python works. Now if I should come to my IDE here, sorry, if I should come to my IDE here, and then remember, once I run this, it displays this. If I should run this, this is what is running with print. Once you use print function and then add the double quotation, then put your words in the double quotation, it will print out the word which is written in between the double quotation, okay, with the help of the function called print, with the help of the print statement. Okay, with the help of this statement, you can execute and run any block of code that is written in the bracket. That is how it works. Okay, now uh commenting, like I said, for you to comment you need hashtag, okay, which is this. You need this to comment, the hashtag. Now I may write, this is just a comment. Okay, now if I should run this, Python will not see this. Python will not see this. As you can see here, Python just run hello world without including this word here. But if I should remove this hash, now Python now sees this as a code. It now sees this as a code. If I should run this, it will give me a syntax error, because that's not how Python works. Okay, you can see here it gives me syntax error, invalid syntax. Okay, it gives me a syntax error because that is not how Python works. Okay, now for you to tell Python, hey Python, I don't want you to run this block of code, this is just like a comment, you have to include a hashtag. Once you include a hashtag, it now turns this into a it now blurs the background, the color of that. Okay, now what is commenting used for? Commenting are used to explain lines of code. Maybe you are writing a code for, maybe you're developing an app for transaction, an app that does transaction. Now we use commenting to write and to explain some lines of code, because you might not be permanently there in the company where you are working with. So with the use of comments, it will help others, that is other new workers in that company, when they are giving your work maybe to complete. Once they read the comments, they will be able to know what you are writing. They'll be able to know what you are trying to say in that line of code. Okay, maybe this particular line of code was about transfer. Okay, I'm writing a code for transfer. After that, the line of code, maybe I'm writing a code to display the remaining balance. Okay, now you use commenting to comment and specify the lines of code. Okay, we will learn more about commenting as we go on. Okay, but for you to do commenting, this is how commenting works. Commenting, we use the hashtag, to comment. Okay, now let us go back to our working files. You can see it here. We use the hashtag to comment. Now comment can be placed at the end of a line, and Python will ignore the rest of the line. Okay, that is what we call commenting. Here are the examples of comment. You can place commenting like this. You can just place commenting like this, instead of placing the commenting above like we did before. You can just write the block of code and then comment about the code after that code. You can comment about the code after that code. Okay, you can tell what you are doing with that code after that code. That is how it works. Now commenting does not have to be text to explain the code. Okay, it can also be used to prevent Python from executing code. You understand? Now let me show you guys what I mean. That commenting cannot just only be text. It can only be used in Python to tell Python not to maybe run that particular code. It says commenting does not have to be text to explain the code. It can also be used to prevent Python from executing code. It can also be used to prevent Python from executing a code. Okay, now let me show you guys what I mean. Here I say print, uh, hey, hi, I'm Francis. Hi, I'm Francis. Okay. Now, if I should run this, the both of them will display. The both of them will display here. If I should run that, okay, you can see here. The first one says, hi, I'm Francis. The second one says, hello world. Now, I want Python not to run this block of code. Maybe I want to prevent Python from running the two code. What I have to do here is to comment on the particular one I don't want Python to execute. Okay, maybe I say I don't want Python to print this. As you can see, the color has changed. If I should run this now, that one will just automatically move out. You can see here, there is no more hi, I am Francis. What you can see here is just hello world. If I should comment on the both of them, Python cannot run any other one. It just give me an empty box. Okay, you can see here it says process finished with exit code 0. There's nothing to display because I commented on everything I wanted to display earlier. That is how commenting works. Now back on our files, there are multi-line comments. Okay, there are multi-line comments. Multi-line comments are, this is a comment. Okay, there are multi-line comments. Python does not really have a syntax for multi-line comments. To add a multi-line comment, you could insert a hash for each line. Okay, you could insert a hash for each line to add a multi-line comment, or you can, I will show you guys that as we move on. Multi-line comment, that is, as you can see here, for example, this is a block of code, this is a block of code, and then the first line was commented. This is a comment. The second line written in, then fourth one, the third one, more than just one line. This, all of these are comment. If I should copy this and then come over here and paste that, you can see all these three are just comments. You can comment as many as you wish. Okay, and Python will ignore them. Python will ignore them and execute the only ones which are not commented. Okay, you can see here hello world. That was the only thing that was executed, but others didn't work. Okay, that is how we work with comments in Python. Now, or not quite as intended, you can use a multi-line string. Since Python will ignore strange literals that are not assigned to a variable, you can add a multi-line string, triple quotes, in your code and place your comment inside of it. Okay, you can use a multi-line string to comment. Okay, once a string is not assigned in a variable, Python will ignore it. Now, instead of using hash in each line of code, that's a stress. What you have to do is to add three quotes from the beginning. Okay, and then place your code in between them. I can put quotes. Okay, now then come down here and add three quotes. Okay, now all this block of code will be exempted, and then only hello world will run. You can see here only hello world was run. Now all this block of code was not included. Okay, now to comment in multi-line, maybe you have a multi-lines you want to comment. Instead of coming down to add hashtag, 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 maybe there are many, it will be a lot of, it will waste a lot of time. Just add the three quotation from the beginning and three quotation at the end. Now place your lines of code in between the quotes, and then it will comment on them. Python will not execute those lines of code. For example, you can see here, which is what we did. Python will not execute those lines of codes. Now variables. Okay, variables. Now, what are variables? Variables are like a container that contains data. Variable is just like a container that contains data. You can use it for a lot of things. Is where data are being stored. Okay, like as you can see here, creating variables. Variables are containers for storing data values. Unlike other programming languages, Python has a command for declaring a variable. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. Okay, a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it, then the variable is created. Remember, as a variable is like a container that contains data. Okay, The variable is incomplete if there's no data assigned to it. It is incomplete if there's no data assigned to it. Okay, once a value is assigned to it, now it becomes a variable. Now let us create a variable. As you can see here, is a sample. Now let us copy this block of code and then come down here and then type them. Or let me just type it. Maybe let's say s equal to maybe 2. Okay, now this s here is a variable. This sign equal to here is called an assignment. Please understand that it's called an assignment. It is used to assign a value to a variable. It's used to assign a value to a variable. Now this thing here is the value. This is a value. Okay, this is a value, this is an assignment, and this is a variable. Okay, now this assignment here is used to assign a value into a variable. Now remember, variable is a container that contains data or values. Okay, now this value here has been stored in variable. This s here automatically has now become 2. Okay, now let us say print 2. Okay, if I should run this, let's see, sorry, not print 2, sorry, print s. If I should print s and run it, let's check what the answer will be. You can see here the answer is 2 because 2 has been assigned to s. Okay, I can say print 244. I have assigned 244 to s, and I said print s. Let's see if I should run this. Let's see. You can see here the answer is 244. Okay, this value has been assigned here on s. Whenever you call this variable, it will print out the data which is assigned on it. Now, why didn't we use quotation here? Why didn't we use quotation? Because normally we used quotation earlier when we are using print statement. We use quotation earlier. Now, once we put quotation here, Python will see this as a string. And once it sees as a string, it will fetch that, oh, maybe you want to print just this value, you want to print this data. That's just it. It will see it as a string and then print what is written there. Remember, I told you that any word that is in between quotations, the word will be printed out. If you're using the print statement, it will be printed out like that. Okay, it's called a string. If I should run this, instead of printing 244, see what is printed, it just printed out s because it sees it as a string. Okay, what if I do something like this? You have not reached to this level, but I just want to use it for an explanation. I will remove that later. What if I do it like this? Now remember, I have two s. Here. This is an s, this is an s. This is a separator. I will explain that later. You have not read that. This is just a separator. Okay, now this is an s and this is an s, and the difference between these two s is because this s has two quotes. It has a quotation. Is written in between quotations. Why this s was written like that without quotations? Now what happened here is that Python sees this as a string and then sees this as a variable. Okay, Python sees this as a variable because it just stands alone, and then Python sees this as a string. Now Python handle this case in two different ways. If I should run this, let's see what would be the answer. You can see here s244 s244. They both are s. This is s, this is s. But why was the answer different? The answer is different because this is a string and this is a variable. This was considered to be a variable because it was not written as a string. There was no quotation, so it was considered to be a variable. Why this was considered to be a string? Because there are quotations. It was written in between quotation. Any word that is written in between quotation are considered to be a string. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, now let's go back to our this. You can see here s is equals to 5, y is equals to John. This is a string and this is a number. That is how it works. Now print s, print y. That is it. If you print this, s will print 5, then y will print John, okay, because John was assigned to Y. Now let us go down. Variable do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. Okay, you can see here s equals to 4 hash this. Now we commented here. If I should copy this and come down here to paste it, you can see here s equals to 4 hash. S is of type int. Now s equals to string, which is salary. S equals to salary, and this salary is in quotes, simply means this is a string. Now it said s is now of type string. Here s is of type int, and here s is of type string. It simply means this is an integer and this is a string. If I should print s, let us print s and see. Let's print s and see what the answer might be. Remember, the first s was an int, the second s was let me just comment this. I'm run it once more. So for a sake, I have commented this block of code will not run, and this is just the one that run Sally. Okay, I think I should remove the comment. If I should remove the comment and then comment this and run it, s will not be Sally again. S will just turn to 4. You can see it here. S is equals to 4. So that is the syntax and how Python works in commenting. Here we use commenting again. S is equals to John as a string. Now we use commenting, which is the hash. Wherever you see hash means it tells Python to ignore the lines of code that falls under the hash. Okay, it's the same as s equals to John. So these things and this thing are the same, just that these have double quotes, this one have double quotes, and this one have a single quote, but they are same. There's no difference between the two of them, but as time goes on you will know the difference between them. Now here are variable names. Okay, now a variable can have a short name like s and y, or a more descriptive name, age, camel, total volume. Okay, rules for Python variables. Okay, which are the ones that comes across. Now it says a variable can have a short name, which is something like s and y. You can just use s and y as a variable, and you can also use anything as a variable. Like earlier we used s, and s is equals to 244. It was used as a variable. And then you can also use something like car equals to vo. Okay, car equals to Volvo. It is also a variable. Just simply type print car and it will print out Volvo for you. That is how it works. It's just the same thing, but you can use s as short, and you can also use uh, 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 a long words. You can see here Volvo is printed out as the answer. Volvo is printed out. That is how it works. You can use short name, you can use long name to create a variable. Now, rules for creating variable. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. A variable name cannot start with a number. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores, which is something like A to Z as A to Z, 0 to 9, and then underscore. You can only create a variable with this. And variable names are case sensitive. Age, and age. This is a small letter age. This is a first letter was capital letter H, and then these all are capital letters. They are all different variables. They are not same, they are different. Okay, now for example, we are coming to that. We explain more on that. We are coming to that. Now here you can see here label variable names. My var equals to John. My var equals to John as a string. Now my var equals to John again. We are telling you how you can create a variable, because there are some things which are not allowed in variable. These are legal variable names, the ones which are allowed in variable, the legal ones. My var, small letter, there's no space here. There's no space here. My var equals to John. My var, there's an underscore used for separating my and var. Okay, it's the same equals to John. Now my var starts with underscore, separated with underscore, and then added var equals to John. Correct. My var, this one here is a capital letter. It starts with small letter and include this as a capital letter. Correct. My var, all are capital letters, equals to John. Correct. My var 2, okay, 2 is there at the end, equals to John. Correct. Now illegal variable names, these ones are the variable names which are illegal, which Python does not allow, which is they are not the syntax of Python. They are not syntax in Python. Now the illegal variable names are to my var. Remember here we said to my var 2, Python accepted it, but to my var equals to John was not accepted because variables doesn't start with numbers. You can see here we said a variable name must start with a letter and not a number or the underscore character. Okay, a variable name cannot start with a number. You can see it here. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores, okay, which is what we saw here all through. Now my var still under illegal variables. My var, it uses the dash, which is minus. It uses the dash to separate my and var. It is illegal. Python does not recognize it. You don't use that. Now here my var, it added a space here. Okay, Python does not understand it. It is not recognized. Now if I should put all this block of code, which is the legal ones on Python, and run it, let's see. Now I have put it. You can see here there's no error here. There's no error here. Everything was on green. If I should run this, let's see what will happen. I'm not printing anything out. You can see here it says process finished with exit code 0, means there is no error. We encountered no error. Now let us check the illegal variable names. Now if I should copy these illegal variable names, which is the variable that started with characters which are not accepted in Python. If I should clean this and paste that one, these are the illegal variable names. You can see here it shows a red line. Okay, it's marking out where the error occurs. 2 my, okay, it shows red line. This one red line because of this dash. Instead of using this dash, just use underscore. Okay, if I should use underscore, you can see now it's the red line has disappeared. Okay, but if I should remove the underscore and use dash, it shows syntax error. Now here, if I should remove these two here, the red line have disappeared because Python doesn't start with number. But if I should put that two, the red line will appear because that is not complete. Now here, space was used to separate my and var. If I should remove the space, the red line disappears and it works. But if I should include but if I should include the space, it sees it as an error. So instead of using space to separate, simply use the underscore. Okay, as you can see, there's no error there. Okay, so simply use the underscore to separate. Now if I should run this is the illegal variable names. If I should run it now, it will give me an error. You can say it says here syntax error. You can see here syntax error. Okay, invalid decimal literals. Okay, that is it. It shows you a syntax error starting from the first one where it meets the error. So that is how it works. Remember that variable names are case sensitive. Okay, they are case sensitive. They are not same if you're using okay, let me show you guys that variable names are case sensitive. If I should say name, okay, then this one on capital letter name, okay, then this one on first capital letter and others on small letter. Okay, hope you can see this. All of them are name. This is name, this is name, this is name, but they are not same. This name started with capital letter, this one are all capital letters, and this is all small letters, but they are all assigned to John. Okay, if I should change this to only JO, and then change this to JOH and leave this to be JOHN. Okay, if I should print name, on small letter. This is small letter, which is this. Let's see what will be the answer. If I should just print name, let's see what will be the answer. You can see here the answer is just JO, and not all of them are name, but it executed only this. What if I make the first letter capital letter, which is capital letter? Okay, now if I should run this, let's see what will be the answer. I made the first letter capital letter. You can see here the answer is John, which is this, which is this. Now if I should make all capital letters, if I should make all capital letters, let's run it to see what will happen, which block of code will execute. You can see here JOH, which is this. So this is how variable works. Okay, if you are new to my channel, follow me up, and then I will be dropping the notes of this and the PDF of this. I have made the PDF for this, the document. These are the documents for this class. These are documents for this class from beginner level to advanced level. Okay, you can see here is about 100 and 202 pages. About 202 pages. It comprises all. I still have some, but these are the ones we are going to start with. So you are welcome to my channel. If you are new, okay, you can chat me up. I'll drop my WhatsApp link here. Just chat me up on WhatsApp, and if you can understand this class, if you understand this class, I will then add you to our class. Okay, because I have made a WhatsApp group chat where I will tutor students who are ready to learn Python. Okay, I have made a class already who are ready to learn Python, but I'm not going to allow anybody to join because there are already students in that class. If I just carry anyone and add to that class, where will you start from? While others have gone far from you, they have gone far, so you cannot just join them. As maybe you have a little knowledge, you can join them. But without knowledge, you can follow this video, learn from this video, then you cannot join them. I will now know that you are in the same level with them, because you cannot be behind and they will be ahead of you. But even though you don't have any knowledge and you still want to join the group chat, just message me on the WhatsApp, message me on the WhatsApp link, and then everything is free. I'm not charging you. Just message me on the WhatsApp link, and I will carry you, and then to the rest that needed. Okay, yeah, thank you guys, and follow me up. More tests. I'll be giving tests in the class, and also be giving out assignments, and make sure you do your assignments and pass all of them. Okay, yeah, thanks, and remember bless.